Alrighty. It seems like we are live. And we are back with another episode of Floto. And I'm gonna try to recount what episode we are on. I do not remember, but I'm here with Ron this time. Ron being someone that I have recently met through the station. So that's pretty cool. So introduce yourself, Ron, a little bit.
Well, I'm an outsider to Cambridge, so don't really know what else to say about that.
Oh, okay.
You said introduce though, right? So
yeah, just a little bit of backstory, I guess.
So other than being an outsider, I'm just a full video cameraman in a sense, and an artist, well, digital artist. So that's basically it, yeah.
Okay, yeah, and as you guys can see at the bottom of his screen, you'll see Ani Rolex, and I've been on that page, and he does have some of his works and his arts. I don't know if he continues to update it. Do you still continue to update that?
I have a separate Instagram, but it's for the airsoft stuff. But I recently have kicked up my graphics I'm doing. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I know a lot of people are gonna sit here and say, what exactly is this episode gonna be about with an outsider of all things? Well, we're gonna talk. I know this being community based, what's it like for an outsider to come onto the inside of Cambridge? And being, I guess, at your age, you've already told me a bit of your story and all the different cool things you've experienced. I know I have yet to experience many cool things. So let's start with, I guess, let's start with where you were first starting off. I guess, where you got your wing kind of sort of, because you said you're from Las Vegas, right?
Yes.
Give us a little bit about that.
So Las Vegas, I mean, in a sense, it's kind of like down here, but desert.
Yeah.
Though here is more like farmland and stuff. Vegas is more ranches and large patches of desert, and then in a snap, you see suburbia houses for miles. So you absolutely need a car like here, but at least in Vegas, you see the strip. Like from miles, even from the mountains, you can see the glowing city of the stratosphere, the tallest building there. They got I forgot what the Black Pyramid is, but the Black Pyramid with the lights, I don't know if it's a Luxor or something like that, but you can see the light beam shooting up in the sky. You know how you see like the Batman signal? Yeah, you can see them for miles too. So it's like a shining beacon in the valley, because Vegas is in the valley. So yeah, you got the big jewel in the center, and from miles you can see it. But other than that, it's pretty calm.
Okay. Yeah, because I know this is going to be a little interesting jumping back and forth on topics, because I know a lot of people, we like to say, oh, well, certain areas, they probably they have a lot more, I shouldn't say interest, a lot more to do, I guess you could say, or a lot more opportunities that they get to see or experience type of ordeals. I know you had a few in Vegas anyway. You told me a few of them.
Vegas?
I think.
Yeah, it's mainly a tourist attraction. Like, the food's good. That's the apartments. The hotels are quite expensive, but it's actually an experience in its own. You have a whole shopping center. It's actually very hard to explain because a lot of the buildings and stuff, you can see them from the outside. You have the streets and stuff, but under the streets and stuff, it's like whole shopping centers and stuff. It's really, even though if you actually see it, it looks complex on the outside. It's even more complex on the inside as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff to do other than gambling and stuff. You go to the strip, you see like it's like a not canopy, it's like the light show where it's like a mile strip. And in the mile strip, it has like a bunch of LED lights lining the top of it. Yeah. So during like certain times of the day, the light show will appear. And you can just sit there and just watch it all happen. And honestly, it's been a long time since I've seen one. But after a light show had happened, I think a rave had started. Oh. So there was a public concert. And I was a little too young to understand that, but they had the strobe lights and everything. So like, my dad said, yeah, we should probably get going before it gets a little too hectic here. But stuff could happen just like that over there. Like a lot of events, a lot of stuff, like public, let's say, have you been to New York, the little subway performances? Yeah. they got those, they don't got subway. Just
Yeah.
public performances and stuff that just pop up. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know
Well,
if I went on a tangent there.
oh no, that's what the show's really all about. Really, we're on tangents. There's no set agenda for this show, if I must say. That's why I like making it. So you explain a little bit about that Vegas life a little bit, because I know a lot of people. Some say, how the heck does someone live out in Vegas? With all this different stuff flashing, all the different people that come through, and all that. So. But it sounds like you were still pretty young, but you did go to school there. So what exactly was a day for that?
I mean, everything crazy.
Well, not crazy. I guess just your typical day. I don't want to.
Typical day in Vegas, around North Las Vegas. That's where basically normal.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of areas in it, but
I guess mostly on where you live. I guess
typical day, hot, dry. But it's either you're inside playing your game, but during that time you go to one of the desert patches because they're really, really common.
Uh-huh.
You go out there, you play, you'll encounter like little small lizards running around. It's kind of hard to say what a typical day was. Maybe a typical day was just you going outside for a while and then coming in for a nice AC.
No, okay, yeah, because I guess to jump off a little bit, because mostly I was just curious, because being from where I'm at, being here in Cambridge a lot, we don't really get the forest or little lizards and such, because I'll say from the time I went to Florida was probably the first time I saw I shouldn't say first time seeing a lizard, because there are little reptiles around here in Cambridge, but I guess ones I haven't seen before. I don't exactly know how really to describe those types. Ones that aren't green, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
There are a lot of gray to tan, desert colored lizards that litter the place. They're honestly the best thing if you have an ant problem or anything like that. The lizards will just eat them.
Oh.
So they're not, even though there's a lot of them, they're not really a pest. They're just kind of a welcome one, if anything.
Okay. Welcome spiders.
There are snakes. I haven't really encountered one, but all that much. There are some littering the place as well, but they tend to stay in the desert patches, so they don't want to be bothered.
Yeah. Okay. Were you gonna say anything else there?
Honestly, it's just small lizards and snakes. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, because I guess. Well, let's go to the second little jump when you said you went to high school in New York. So let's jump to that for a little bit. I mean, that's a little closer to around here, except it's city life, bigger city life.
So, being surrounded by the urban jungle, the concrete jungle of New York, it is a complete change from Vegas because the city is all the way over there, and New York is right here in your face.
Yeah.
So Vegas is typically quiet. New York is loud as hell.
Yeah.
And I do, for a point, I live in Far Rockaway, the peninsula, or kind of like Long Island. Oh, if people know what Far Rockaway, they know. But I actually enjoyed living by the water, by the pier. I go there whenever I want. The cooler climate and snow. It was kind of seeing the snow for a while because it snowed once in the actual Vegas part, the desert. But that was when I was little, so I know what snow is already. But coming to New York, it was cool seeing it again. But it got to a point where now I'm annoyed with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say we get annoyed with it because when I guess we had. From the times I was here, we had a lot of big blizzards, and a lot of people say snow's the worst. I mean, some people will say that they like the snow, but it's I don't like shoveling it out my driveway or various other things that you have to do with the snow. I even rode my e-bike in the snow one time to get myself to work, which that was an experience. I can say that much for a fact.
I'll say high school or high school.
Yeah, give it a little bit of high school. Why not?
Well, this is the first time being in high school, going out in New York. So then, of course, I don't know anyone there.
Yeah.
But I guess making friends was kind of easy. I met my friend that's living with me now. We met, I think, the 5th year of high school due to our taste in music. And after that day, we just became friends and then best friends. So, of course, I don't really want to get too much into it
Yeah.
because different types of people they're on the different side of the Americas.
Yeah.
Or not Americas, America.
Yeah.
So it's just culture shock. There we go. You just it just get thrown at you and you just don't know how to act. Well, I think that's how I develop my social skills mainly is because I can't just be there.
Yeah.
I realize I know the music I listen to in Vegas is completely different and people will look at me weirdly.
Yeah.
So you just start listening to other music, you just mingle around with people and then just that was that.
Okay, yeah, because not jumping ship, but jumping back and forth a little bit, because I'll say around here it's pretty much the same. I'm going to say it the same stroke for a few different folks around here. It's kind of mostly the country scene and crabbing and seafood life and all that. And we kind of mostly focus on that. I'm kind of curious, but throughout all the different places you lived or came to, what would you say is the best area that you enjoyed the most? Or because I guess this does depend on person to person, but which one did you enjoy the most?
So out of all areas I've been to,
yes.
What do I enjoy the most? You said
yes.
So again, New York, public transportation, I could get anywhere, so I could actually do more stuff. Vegas, you need friends. I had friends there, and we didn't do much, so I was there younger, so I don't know all the stuff that's happening. Being in California for a time, LA. No, I'm gonna just shut that down. It was that okay. So now I got introduced in airsoft, right? I got started down here.
Where's down here? Is down here like here?
Cambridge.
Okay.
Yeah, not Cambridge. Salisbury.
Salisbury. Okay.
So Maryland, right?
Yeah.
First time doing it. That's the really only No, that's not true. I went to Ocean City. There you go. I actually had fun, though. The boardwalk really crowded.
Yes. Yeah.
But there was a lot of stuff to do, and actually, I saw one that went to arcade, and I saw like one of the little machine. It was a Halo, right?
Yes.
So they had the Halo arcade machine, and I was like, I saw it on TV, but in Vegas, and I see it here. I was like, oh, damn, all right, I'm gonna use it. Yeah. So it was like they had stuff here that I actually recognized. I did the rides. At night, went to eat out, walking the board with my wife. It was actually pretty good. New York, going to Manhattan at night. It's a vibe in itself. Honestly, I do kind of want to do that again. Just go walking around because, again, like Vegas, a lot of pop-up stuff happened.
Yeah.
I saw a pop-up car meet. When I ate out, saw a live show downtown. So I would say New York, really. Even though I hate the crowdedness.
Yeah.
I still enjoy being able to go out and just actually seeing stuff.
Okay. Well, hearing that, because I know, around here, like you said, you dig it. There were interests over here that you had, and it sounds like, the circle of culture you were in mostly pertains to be what was here over on the East Coast versus the West Coast. So jumping back to that a little bit, because I know, at least in the community mindset, a lot of us like to say, we got nothing over here. There is nothing that'll ever attract anyone over here. And it sounds like, you're kind of proving it wrong a little bit.
The Maryland itself, it has stuff. I can't dismiss it not having anything. Cambridge itself, though, it is lacking entertainment.
Yes.
I mean, in a sense, the whole blind date stuff that was going on here, in a way, that was an attraction because that was something new happening in town. But that's not really catching a lot of people's eyes. And so, there's a lot of food places, but the only place I could actually go to have actual entertainment might be the movies by Walmart.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I know jumping on that a little bit, because I had on Bill Christopher. He is one of the city people, Chamber of Commerce, and while not the person that does the actual, I guess, city planning, he does get a few questions about like what do people really want around here, and it does sound like just entertainment, but at least from the sounds of it, sounds like entertainment we have to provide. We gotta sounds like we gotta step up as the Cambridge community in the way of performing arts a little bit, I would say. Not like, probably not like every single day, because I'll say we do have events here, but they don't sound like
Okay, so on Race Street,
Uh-huh.
not Race Street, Pine Street.
Yes.
I know there's like a annual, not parade, but annual. What is it? Festival?
Yes. I think I might know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, they have like a concert going on, and then
Yes.
people come out and sell their stuff or cook.
Yes.
That I actually did enjoy going down there trying the food. That Cambridge, I actually really enjoy Southern food now.
Oh.
Like,
Okay.
I hated yams or candy yams
Oh.
until I got down here, and it's like, damn, it's actually pretty good.
Well, I never had a yam before.
Candy yam, sweet potato.
Oh. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah.
So, yeah, food down here is great. The concert was, I'll say it was nice. Though it's not something I will listen to.
Yeah.
But it's cool to see everyone enjoying themselves. Now, of course, he said performance arts.
Yeah.
There's a lot of artists around here.
Yes.
Well, of course, in the rap scene, there's a lot of them, local talent. I don't know about country or anything else like that because, again, I'm not around that crowd.
Yeah.
Pretty
sure there is.
There is?
Yeah. There's a. Well, I'm not sure if I can say country because I'm not in that sphere either. But I do know that there are bluegrass bands and various bands in like the jazz to like classic rock scene around here anyway. Because I used to go to a few open mic nights that were run by Bobby Reed. Yes. He runs a few. Because he's bounced from place to place. I don't know if he's still at Little Bit of Bull. I meant to get more information on that because I wanted to go to that one, but I don't know if he still does that. So I would have to ask. But yeah,
all right.
I do know that scene.
But I'll say I don't know because I would like to have more entertainment around in town. Let's say it's kind of hard to even think about because a lot of places around here is already developed.
Yeah.
Not really developed.
History.
And yeah, you got to town, and then out of town, as soon as you look it far enough, it's straight houses and stuff.
Yes.
And it's going to be kind of hard to go have food places in here and then have the entertainment away from it.
Yeah.
But I know by the old hospital, if they were to, I know they shut down, but if they were to remove it and add like a venue for like, concerts and stuff, that will do a lot for the community.
Okay, yeah, it sounds more like in that concert spirit. We want like a concert hall or something to show off video making skills and all that other sort of stuff. Because on a previous episode with Miriam, we kind of talked a little bit on that and even with Tally, Maximus, and Jakal, we all were kind of saying that same little sentiment of just reusing some of the buildings we may already have because we're. We want to be able to attract more than just the history people and the food people. There needs to, be people that want to like stay here and kind of continue to do what they do. Because one major thing, I don't know about your circumstance, but I'll ask about it. But around here in Cambridge, when we were in school, a lot of us were being told that we have to leave Cambridge or, leave to kind of figure out what we would like to do and such as like that, which to an extent, yes, leaving to get experience, because I can agree with getting experience, but I guess in terms of like finding like a job or a career in some respects, like sometimes you can create it type of ordeals. What do you think about that, or what was your feel when you were growing up? What were people telling you?
I'm trying like
yeah.
All right, so sorry.
It's all good.
About leaving and going out to get experience.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, in different states or different areas instead of Cambridge.
Yeah. Just like leaving. Yeah.
I mean, to get experience,
area.
I believe that it needs to be local. Getting experience to get it started because you can't just leave and go somewhere and not have anything, right?
Okay.
New York, that's a terrible place to even do that because you need experience to get a job and get a career started. But you can't get experience if they don't take you in.
Yeah.
So if I feel like Cambridge itself, like how I'm getting pictures done, I actually got my photography and stuff kickstarted from the people I used to work with. So doing that, now I got started. Now I'm more confident to go out, let's say, go back to New York and get more pictures done for people and build a portfolio and then actually, grow
Okay.
Yeah. So, in all that sense, it has to start local, and then when you have a feel for it, and you're like your toe or foot is in the water, then you go branch out.
Okay, that's an interesting take. Never thought of it like that, because I guess I can see where that kind of stems from. Because me being interested in what I'm into, it didn't really start with me just saying it looked cool. It was me having my foot in the water, or a foot in the door, as you can say, with either the station or my dad showing me what's up with this career path. That is interesting. I do agree with that. That's I could say that's pretty insightful a little bit. I guess jumping a little bit, because I guess with the DCTC we do have that program, which is I guess that little start of that localness that you were talking about. That is pretty cool. That is kind of interesting. Wow, never thought of it like that. So I guess continuing off of that, let's bounce around a little bit in terms of I guess when you say getting your foot in that door and you saying it's starting local. Like a lot of people around here, we have a few local things. There is the station, and there are a few other areas that I know about, like Cabin Fever. They are in Arcade Place, and then the plethora of food stuff down there, like RAR, Blue Ruin, and all that other stuff. Well, I guess Nightlife, Bar Life, whatever you want to call that. And then we do have a little bit of in the graphic design, at least a few that I know about. Metro Graphics, and then there's another one. I forgot who was running that, but there are two around this area. Reason why I'm talking about this is, I guess when you said starting local, how do you think it would be gone about? Like, I guess I don't know how really to just say it, or else I guess programming, in a sense, I guess.
Local programs.
Kind of, sort of. I know, I'm trying to figure out what the heck I am trying to say, but I guess in showing people that it's there.
Well, I mean, it might have to start in school.
Yeah.
Like, it's like one of those career days where people come in. If they have, like, normally they'll have like the firefighter, the police officer, and like all the well-established job titles and stuff come in. If they're to branch out and actually bring in, let's say, artists, all types of different artists, like music, actual visual art, and all that. Yeah. Not as a career path, but a career. What was I gonna say?
Oh yeah.
Career path is. I mean, it is a career, but I guess you could say the firefighter, police, military, and all that is a job path, and then this right here is a career path. I guess you could say it like that. I mean, you can start a career as being a police officer, but like a hobby. There you go, a hobby.
Yeah.
Have these people come in, show them this type of hobbies. Like we already got art. I think I had showed what type of art I do at Macy's Lane. And from there, I have a lot of kids asking about programs to use for digital art and stuff. And I have kickstarted something there. Now kids actually want to do that type of stuff, although they kind of moved me from that school and put me somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I don't know how long that's gonna last, but just showing them that something's there and someone's there to like teach them how to do it will get the youth's interest in it. Like just like how music is everywhere, like New York rap. I'm not gonna say names, but just rap in general. That has gotten kids or the youth wanting to do their own music. I know for a fact, as of late, like Triple X, Trippie Redd, all of them, they got their own styles. It's kind of like a new style type of rap.
Yeah.
And then that has like basically spawned in a new wave of different types of raps and stuff. So again, if it's not career, but hobby type of career day or hobby day or something like that, to be in schools, show kids that these are here if you ever want to learn it as a side thing. And then that will get everyone wanting to do other stuff.
I can feel that. Yeah, because I can remember the whole having the firefighter, policeman, all them come in, I guess emergency services. They would talk about, at least when I was in school, because, I kind of remember some of it, is that it was that there are emergency services and that you can be a part of them, and mostly to kind of get us to recognize who would be coming to our doors to help us out in certain situations. But Yeah, I guess to in that same sense, the that being people coming in and such as like that. Well, I'm gonna jump off again a little bit and say this. You know, we all have time. Time is pretty essential for most of us. We don't have a lot of time for really like everything. What would we let's say like because you say you don't know how long that interest that would last. What would you say to I guess implementing more in the technology space? Because I know that you're a janitor in the school, so you see some of the I guess work habits of them. Well, you're not a part of it, but you do see it, I guess.
Well, what with tech?
Sure. Yeah, we'll say tech. We'll give
Oh,
it
wait.
tech.
I'm gonna say reiterate. Or
So, because I know, I don't exactly 100% know, but you're a janitor, right? In the school system, and you go to a classroom, and you sometimes get a glimpse of what teachers are doing, correct?
right.
I'm saying like implementing more tech. So you see like what they are currently using, and do you see like different ways to like implement like technology into it?
So right now, like going from elementary school, middle school to high school, Sandy Hill, they're doing all right with technology. Like they have kids interacting with tablets and stuff, and in those tablets they have like reading comprehension, mathematics, and all that to help them go through like basically speed up the process of basic knowledge and stuff.
Yeah.
Middle school, I feel like every kid has a laptop, and they do all their work on a laptop. I think that's actually hindering them because it's good to do digital work. Digital work.
Yeah.
But you can't forget to do pen and paper or pencil and paper.
Oh well, that jumped differently, but okay, continue.
I know it's like it's kind of doing a counter to your what you want, I guess, expecting to hear. It is that they're not really engaged anymore. If everything is behind the screen, they can't get engaged with the work.
Okay, I can see where that comes from.
And it's also like there's always some type of workaround on computers to get like let's say unblock this website, and then they'll have a website full of games that they could play.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be something there that takes the kids' attention away. Oh jeez.
So good.
But high school, it's a good blend, hands-on stuff and digital. So I can't say too much on that.
Okay.
So elementary and high school is right on, good. Middle school, they need to focus more on hands-on stuff.
Okay. So I feel like that's what you feel around here. That's an interesting little point, a little tidbit. Jumping back a little bit to the whole, you said hands-on type of approach, type of ordeal. I can kind of, I do think back to it a little bit. I'm like, there wasn't really too much when I was in middle school. I don't really remember too much hands-on things. Most of it just being work and what's expected for high school life. But from the sounds of it, it does sound like, experience using your hands, motor skills, and all that other sort of stuff to keep yourself engaged. What about, because I guess for the argument I love to argue is using it to enhance your work. Like, let's see, like a lot of us, we had homework and all this other sort of stuff. Why not, instead of homework, just sending them all to a website that'll grade all that stuff for you, giving less work for the teachers and less work for the students, and then you get their report, and then the teacher can then identify where the heck their weak points are at, type of ordeal. We talked a little bit about this. I was talking about this with Bill Christopher and such as like that. What do you feel about that?
So kids doing work on a certain website?
Yeah, just kind of being like a data pool to understand where a child's at, sort of.
No, I mean, at this point, again, like I said, it's always going to be some type of negative for the computers and stuff.
Yeah.
That same program was stopping the kid from looking up, this program answers and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I can see where that comes in.
But I'll say this.
Yeah.
If it's an actual program instead of going on a website,
yeah,
that will be all right. if they made sure, like, let's say all the internet browsers,
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll say program. Yeah, like a program.
Okay, so yeah, take all the any way of them trying to cheat, remove it, have that only program on the computer. That'll be straight. That'll be good, because now all they have to do is just do the work, and if they don't put any effort into it, then of course they're expected to have a bad grade.
Yeah.
And so they actually will study and actually try to do their best on it, get good grades on it, and then progress. And it's gonna be actual genuine progression.
Okay, so I can see, because I'm gonna jump back to a little bit of a video game theory, or we all play. Well, I'm not sure if all of us play, but most of us play video games. You and I play video games, and I can remember countless times me being young, me not being able to, I guess, progress to that next level to get that item in the video game or that car in the game. I'm kind of thinking in this sort of realm, why not do the same thing kind of in, I know this is kind of a weird jump from what we were talking about earlier, but just incorporating that kind of, I guess, style of teaching. Just like, not like locking it behind anything, but with technology, we can make everything more kind of personal in a sense, just with the kind of the different workings, and just kind of having a teacher as like a general kind of help guide, like most of us do. Like when I was learning Blender, I had individual problems that I experienced, but with the individualized learning, I guess, with just looking at the tutorial, the teacher, you could say, and me having to figure it out, kind of helped me progress better than just that generalized, I guess, idea. I don't know where I was going with that.
So like tutorials?
Yeah, we'll say no. Progression, just basically progression. Like, what do you think about, in the space of technology that we have today, just doing a progression system?
I mean,
I know that's a little weird, and then we'll jump off that boat afterward.
The progression system. I mean, you could do all this work, right? Like you said, and then, but can they retain that information still? Like, say, yeah, the teacher's gonna guide you, but not gonna fully help you throughout the entire thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of is the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, they help you a certain way, not a certain way, to a certain extent, and then you're on your own, and then the final exam.
Yeah.
I mean, if almost that final exam was a boss or something.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, if you're looking for like a Dark Souls learning system, I think a lot of kids are gonna drop out like that.
Yeah, not like that, no.
But, in a sense, yeah, that is a hard one for me.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, we'll jump off that boat a little bit. So let's jump to more lighthearted, entertainment type of ordeals. You were talking about that whole pop-up spontaneous performance thing. I want to do some more spontaneous types of events. I'm actually still working on a few currently that I kind of want to do, where I just kind of bring in an instrument and just sit inside the radio station and just play music, and just to see if people walk in and do whatever they want to do, you know?
So that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You like how Raw is?
Yes.
That the way the store is laid out, like the main window is open.
Yeah.
All of the windows are open.
Yeah.
So if you had like a building just like that, and you can perform, people hear it, people come in and listen. You need to catch the ears of them.
Yeah.
And make sure they have seats and stuff that people could come in and sit down.
Yeah.
So, oh man, you got tissues over there?
Do I have tissues? That is the real question, everybody. Unfortunately, I do not. I am super sorry. I can get you some if you would like. Just, you want me to go run out there and quickly grab some for you?
You can, please.
I can. So, I guess, entertain the audience a little bit while I go run and grab you some tissues.
Shit.
Yeah, just say whatever, really. Or, instead, how about we're gonna do a small little, this. I know that was a little awkward. But we are back. Got him his stuff done. So I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot a little bit what we were talking about, but the performances, yes.
So yeah, I was talking about how you have need that building, that actually not building, but make sure the place you're playing at is exposed, so people could actually come in and hear, and interact with it.
Yeah. What about, let's say, because I want this little project I'm trying to do, I want this to be more open in the sense of like not only one person performing, but if it's open, someone else wants to cue, and someone else just walks by and they want to play, they can play too if they want to, if they have the time or feel like they want to. What would you say really? Let's think. Let's really, I guess, kind of think about it. When you saw those performances, what really caught your eye about them? What was the thing that made you say, "Hey, yo, I'm gonna sit here for a second and watch this guy do his thing"?
Well, I mean, it's like,
well, I know it's depends on the performance type of ordeal, but
let's say in New York, you got the train ones where they have like just buckets, but they're actually making music with it. So like seeing the
we got a talent platform.
Just the curiosity of it.
Okay, so just having something interesting. Okay, well, because in terms of all that, yeah, I am still working on trying to get that to be a thing. So everyone stay tuned for if you're in the area, just walking by the station. Something may or may not pop up throughout. But let us go on to another small little train of, what was you did tell me a little bit of the reasons why you came here, but what's the best thing about coming here that kind of really like attracted you here? I know you said that it was for a different reason, but what's something that I guess that you like about over here?
So I'm still learning about stuff here. Honestly, the quietness was what got me to want me to stay here. But now, like 3 years later, I realize it's the opposite of quiet now, because where I live, and it's like, I don't think I want to live here no more.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say that area isn't exactly the best. I will not disclose, but it's not the best. It's not the best of area where you live, and I can understand that. But I guess in terms of affordability, really, because I know around here a lot of people like to say that there is a little bit of problem with housing around here.
Housing, as in like how much is the cost of living?
Yes, cost of living around here, I guess.
I mean,
I'll say that.
I mean, for me, it's okay. So
I know you're in a different thing.
I am. So I have my own the program I'm in.
Yeah,
it's affordable housing. So, of course, not all places are gonna be like that.
Yeah,
but I do see this place as a retirement town.
Okay.
So I could understand, like, if you're coming here to settle down, you already have money and stuff, and it's more of just like you get comfortable and you don't want to do anything else.
Yeah.
But in terms of like, I don't know how to say it.
Let me think of a few ways how to say it. Let's see. What, career starting? Maybe? I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, I do see like they got tech center and all that.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to make this place more updated, just like the rest of the world.
Yes.
And they are doing a good job with that, because the high school, the tech center, all the schools have tech in it.
Yes.
And seeing now over around here, it's more getting modernized. And then you see that by the highway.
Yes.
Although that's just more of a pit stop. But
yeah.
In town, they're doing a good job mainstreaming it.
Yes.
So
say mainstream. I know, because it's a little bit of an awkward question, because I know with these talks, there's not really much ideas going into them. I'm just kind of having a chat with people, just spitballing ideas, really. I guess let's think about it. Let's think about this a little differently, I guess. In terms of like, do you see this area as just at least downtown anyway? Do you see downtown as the area where people can just kind of perform? Downtown and Pine Street, do you see that as just an area where people can just perform the vibe? If you're just walking down the street, do you feel that sort of vibe, or is it just like you're walking down and it's just a window shopping vibe?
The vibe, walking on Rate Street
We'll say downtown.
downtown.
So here.
So walking downtown, yeah, it is an actual vibe. Walking down there, hearing people chat it up
Yeah.
at the bars and restaurants, and he's like, maybe I want to go down and just eat right quick, or just have a talk or something like that. A nice sunny day, yeah, it's a good one. Walking on Pine Street, I mean, it has its own stuff. It's becoming developed again.
Yes.
Well, again, I
It's
can't. Really
redeveloping, yeah. Well, there is a redevelopment because, it is a little... It's not exactly the best down there. We do have new stuff down there, though. I think there was the little store that opened on that little corner, so that's new.
So, yeah, the 2 stores opened up and a barbershop.
Yes.
So, yeah, it is becoming its own thing. I do want to see it continue more. But as it stands, when I move, I'm moving somewhere else in town.
Yeah.
Somewhere nicer. But I don't think I won't be here long enough to see Pine Street become something more.
Okay. So you're talking about, I'm guessing in terms of like moving somewhere else, or...
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that. I can kind of sort of see that. So let me jump back onto another topic, because I know we're at like 46 minutes and I'm still trying to think exactly what the heck next am I going to say. You know what? Let's jump into this little tidbit of conversation. How do you feel, I guess, do you feel that there is just a strict kind of sort of a divide in Cambridge? Do you feel like there's a weird divide in it when you go? Well, we could say whatever you want to say, racial, whatever.
So I know there's, over here it's kind of a mixed bag now. Like I see Hispanics,
Yes.
all types of people down here. Seeing Cambridge itself, I could see where the line is drawn, where it was like black communities, white communities.
Yeah.
Like some where it's a mixed bag, but let's say you're driving down the street, and then 1 minute you're in a mix, and then the next minute you're just straight a different like white community.
Yeah.
And then you go and drive to another one, straight black community. So it is really off-putting that it seems like how the lines are already drawn like that.
Yeah.
And it is kind of weird being on Race Street, and then after learning the whole history behind it.
Yeah.
It honestly, when I came down here and I saw that it's Harriet Tubman's hometown and stuff, it was weird, and it's saying a lot more of it, and it's more like, this place does have a division.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not the best division, I guess you could say, but we do have things that people are working on to kind of help out these sort of areas, but in terms, it does comes down to certain things. Basically, I don't exactly know what to really say of it, what to make of it, but I do personally think that Cambridge, it is a small area, and I do know that not everything is very positive and happy-go-lucky around here, but I guess what you're saying is that seeing that divide, we can make it so that divide isn't as obvious.
Yeah, with the stuff you wanted to do, like the performance and stuff, if it doesn't just attract the one group and attracts everyone, I think that will help the divide, fizzle out more. They have to make the area like Race Street, or if they to continue building this historic town into something more, make sure it's not just focused on one group of people in general.
Okay.
Because I know the restaurants down here, I barely see any people of color in them, and it's like, I know it's not their fault that other people don't want to eat there. I think it's just more of not intimidation. It's just like you don't feel right sitting there, or you feel like you're being judged while sitting there. So it's like, yeah, I guess to say that it's more of you go there. I know I ate at one of the places, and I immediately felt like I don't belong here. Just like how some people looked at me. I mean, it wasn't nothing out the way I dressed or anything like that. It's just like, okay, I see like I'm not really wanted here. Certain people, because again, not everyone. Yeah. But it's like there's a few people who are still stuck in that mindset.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, but the way the establishment is made, and also on like the brick road over there.
Yes.
I don't see any people of color over there at all.
I don't know about that. That for me, I would say for me in the Brick Road area, there are a lot down there. People that jog or walk, and then.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about like walking and jogging down there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about like the stores and stuff, establishments.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because technically the art bar is on the. Yeah. I guess technically it's not over there. Yeah. I can kind of see where you're coming from with that. Okay. Having a bit more of a mixed bag. I can feel that. I know we're hitting it different now. Hitting a different gear again. Because now we still got time. Because we gotta make up probably around like a minute or two for that small little break. But let me sit around and think about this a little more, because I can kind of agree with that sort of sentiment of that. It feels like you're not really supposed to be in that sort of area. It's kind of weird type of vibe. Like I can really agree with that. So I guess let's jump to, how do you think we can like kind of merge that mold, I guess you could say, because I guess one example being Walmart. Everyone goes to Walmart. No one feels out of place going to Walmart.
Right. Because you go there for different stuff.
Yeah, everyone's going there for different stuff.
But what's inviting different types of people to go to your store? I mean, if you have good food, people want to go to it. But I think it's not just, it's not just white people putting other people off. It's, black people putting white other people off.
Yeah.
And so it's a problem that everyone shares. Sometimes I'm like, what reason does a white person have going down Pine Street and going to those stores?
Yeah.
When you can just go to over these ones that are closer to home. And I know it's like on Pine Street, the Groove Cities stores, like, it's mainly black business, it's black owned businesses and stuff. And there's only black people going through there. And I see, like, I'm pretty sure white people feel uncomfortable going there. Now, it is, these places everywhere here needs to be more opened up and more like willing to take other people in. I guess if that's a way to say it.
I can kind of agree with that. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, people need to learn how to let go of certain stuff, not to judge a book by its cover, and I don't know. It sometimes it takes one person needs to take the first step in doing it. Like, let's say if you don't, like, a place that you don't really see black people going into, be the first person to do it. Go in there and actually mingle around and talk. And after you do that a couple of times, other people will see you do it, and then that whole divide will basically be shattered because other people want to go and check it out. So if you go there, you actually have a good time, and you actually spread the word of you had a good time there, other people will want to go there, and now it'll be more diverse in that building. So let's say if a white person go to one of the Groove City places, let's say go get a haircut or go and shop there, and they had a good experience, probably spread the word around, and then more people want to go there. Albeit Pine Street, if they were to open restaurants up instead of more stores, that will happen because black cooking is different from white cooking and stuff.
Yeah.
I can't really say that because that's just, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? It takes the first step. Yeah, just a completely foreign place, take a step, say how good it is. Like, if you actually genuinely enjoyed it, spread the word, and the other people want to go. And not only will it help that business, whether it be black or white or Hispanic, that business will boom, and everyone will be happy.
Okay, I can feel that. I can really agree with that. I can get down with that. I like the flow that I like the cut of the jib, as some people say. I know I'm still working on the words that I'm trying to say here. I ain't gonna cap on it. So, hearing that, I'm just like, I can really just agree with it. Just kind of like in that kind of inviting sort of aura, I guess you could say. Being the first step, not waiting for anybody else to make the changes or waiting for the business to make the change. You going in yourself and judging it based on your experience to actually give it that that pin of diversity. I don't know if I want to say it like that, but I can really feel that, because I'll say around here, I can feel that. It's not until you go in and invite other people into that space to kind of get it kind of going. I can honestly see that. So as we continue to talk and as I try to figure out my next little thing on the docket, let's say for this instance, the station in a sense. When was the first time you ever really discovered the station? When was the first time?
Walking past it.
Walking past it. Okay. Did you know that it was a station?
Yeah. I mean, by the name of it.
Oh.
And I was walking past it at 6 in the morning, going to Food Line.
Oh.
So it's like I heard the music and everything, and I realized I think I could see through one of the curtains or the blinds. And oh, this is an actual genuine radio station. So I was like, I kept my mouth shut and just kept walking because I don't want to be loud or anything like that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting.
Because I don't know if it's actual live people were actually in there and not, so I just don't want to disturb anything. But I didn't know it was a actual community radio station. So again, even though I don't work with the people I used to, I am thankful for actually having the experience to do it. Because now, if I didn't, I wouldn't have been here.
Yeah, figured it out. So now that I'm thinking about it, something that stuck out of my head was, it's a radio station. You just didn't know it was a community one. That anybody can really just walk in.
And also the music that I was playing, I was like, oh, it might have been one of those country radio stations. So it's like, there's nothing really here for me anyway.
Okay, so
that was me judging the book by its cover.
Okay, so now I can see where you're coming from. Because I was gonna say, I can say this kind of same sentiment, except I didn't know. Except it wasn't around when I was younger. It came about when I was older, and I realized about it. But yeah, I could say the same thing where it was like the music choice. But we do have different music choices. It's just at different times of the day. But obviously, at the morning you were walking, it wasn't playing exactly the music you would listen to. So that, I guess, diversity that I kind of want to integrate that live. When I said that live music thing I was talking to you about, I just kind of want it to be, anybody can come in with any music preference that they have and just kind of perform. And hopefully, while people might not say I'll listen to it on the full time, they'll just listen to that person and say, you got talent, recognize they have talent, and maybe point them in the right direction, sort of ordeal. So understanding from that little thing, now I'm really getting that understanding of, like, you said, main thing that you said was that judging book by its cover. Now, we all are going to judge a book by its cover, and it's kind of hard to not judge a book by its cover and then go in with a pretense of what you're going in and understanding it with. But we do have a few people who have come in even just knowing that it was a radio station, and they could say, hey, I could probably make a show here, being that first step that you were talking about earlier to make a change. So when you walked past it and you saw that could have been an opportunity, did you decide maybe I should take it? Or I know this depends person to person, but did you decide, should I take it? Or what was running through your head then?
Then, I mean, the first time I actually passed through here, I was more or less just like the first year living down here. So I didn't have any real drive to do anything like this. I didn't really mingle with anyone, and I didn't know the people I know, that helped me know this place now. So I didn't really have any interest of doing anything other than just working and trying to get a place for myself. So yeah, because after you get the very essential, your essential stuff, right? The actual stuff you needed.
Yeah.
Then you could actually start doing other stuff. And, right now, I had a luxury now. I could actually look towards doing whatever I want. So, yeah.
Okay, because I know I'm out here just fumbling my words sometimes as I'm trying to figure out the next thing that I'm about to say, because this conversation, there's a lot of things I do want to talk about, but hopefully I'm hitting on correct points, and people would want to expand on it later, because I do know that this show is mostly for archive purposes. We do this live mostly for someone to come in and say hi, or if they're bored, check it out if they want to. So let's see, because it's 59, but we need to make up at least 2 minutes for that small little break. So let's just say this. No, we kind of already touched on that a little bit. Let me rolling around in my head, thinking. I'm hitting all the wrong points. You got anything you want to say there? You want anything you want to start with?
What was the first thing you was going to say?
I'm not gonna lie, I was still thinking.
Like I was gonna say, were you trying to ask what would I open down here?
Yeah, let's do that.
I don't know if that was the actual one, but I actually put a lot of thought into it because, again, my hobby is airsoft, and seeing that how a lot of kids now have gel blasters, the stuff like TikTok is showing off, like the little Orbeez stuff.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like maybe I could just, if I had a warehouse or like a giant storage area that no one's using, I could just get like barrels, pallets, whatever, and just make a little arena that kids could go in, or adults who want to do airsofting. Like let's say have Nerf nights or Orbeez nights and stuff. And like I know it's a thing that had to do with, you know, how kids have these toy guns and then there's a problem with like police officers not knowing if it's a real gun or not.
Yeah.
Have an area where kids could actually go to and shoot around, have fun, and then, you know, not have to worry about anyone misinterpreting what they have in their hand.
Okay. Yeah, because jumping back a little bit, because I know a lot of people might be like, airsoft, that's a really dangerous sport. In fact, it's a fun fact that it's actually a Japanese sport, played a lot, mostly to, what was it again? I forgot why it was mostly played as a Japanese sport.
I think because Japanese people enjoy the Western view or having a gun, because in Japan they don't really have like the freedom of having a firearm like that.
Yeah.
A lot of them like Japan is like for entertainment. They dress up and stuff, and then they like dress in like action movie heroes, or let's say, there's a lot of action movie stuff.
Yeah.
The typical soldier and stuff, they dress up to a point where it actually looks pretty good. You actually thought they're actual law enforcement and stuff. So they do it, and they do it as a recreational sport. Of course, though, BBs hurt in like Australia, China. They have Orbeez, like the ones that are now becoming popular down here. It doesn't leave marks. It's just little orbs that have like soak in water. When they hit you, they explode. Don't really hurt. So it's a sport that you need protection, but you could have a lot of fun with. And at least you know you could go home. It's like a stress relief in a way. Okay. And also, if you want that whole rush, like let's say playing football, you're moving a lot, and I'm about to lose my train of thought. Damn. But yeah, it's a nice sport to just release stress, or if you're trying to get like cardio and stuff in, you could do it. And honestly, you could have a lot of fun if, let's say, if I ever do open a warehouse or whatever it is, sorry, I could just add whatever, like let's say a destroyed car, like a beat up car or something like that, just drag it into the little arena, the warehouse, make it cover, and then people could actually use that to just hide behind, run around, you know, just as long as you have protection, you're straight. You could just go and have fun. Okay,
well, we made up our 2 minutes, and hopefully I'm guessing that slip didn't get all the way through, so we're good. So we are going to end it here. Thanks again for all the people who tuned in the live version and the people who are going to watch, hopefully, the YouTube version. Still uploading the clips. For all those who don't know, I do have the shorter formed ones. So if you just want to see what I think is the best clips that people should hear, just look on the YouTube page and look at the clip section and just kind of pick whichever clip. So that is this episode. I want to thank Ron again for joining me for this one. And I want to say that is really all. Hopefully you guys tune in for the next one. I know these are really random and spontaneous. Just keep a lookout in your feeds. And bye.